Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress with Teemo. This is going to be the last of my Minecarts installments, at least for now. I might make another one later if I do like some sort of dwarven roller coaster or something like that, or incorporate it into some traps. But for just logistics side of Minecarts, this will be the last one. So Minecarts 4. So what I've done is I've built a pretty in-depth fortress here. Actually, I'll just let it run and talk as I go through it. With lots of minecarts. There's powered minecarts. There's normal minecarts. I got them kicking for the most part to the powered, so the minecarts go on themselves. I've got them just pushing around for the non-powered minecarts, and I'm just gonna go through what I kind of have. So up at the top, at the start of everything, I do have a lumber input here. They put the lumber into this input. They load it up to this minecart. And then they just kind of drop the wood down here. Also, here I've got a wood burner that can create some charcoal up here. And then this minecart will take it down and around the corner and we'll drop it off here. So I can have some charcoal coming in here. I also have, you can see that there's other places it could come from. So this minecart track actually goes across multiple levels here. I've got lots of inputs that I can have. That has either stone or you can see there it goes up one more level or a couple more levels here. And there's actually a stone pile that I've got a whole bunch of stone that it drops off here. So it drops off stone there, or they could come up through here and drop off the metallic ores here. So metallic ores, you see there's bitmus coal, there's flux stone, all gets dropped off here. The flux stone and all the metallic or non-metallic all get dumped off the stone. And so I got different levels where I can actually just go and dig. So you can see I got some digging that started up. Oh, it looks like I'm hitting some water. Yeah, I'm hitting some water. So I'll have to fix that in a little bit later. Oh, any alert? Okay, that's fine. So I've got minecart routes. I also have a weapon drop off here down at the end. Lots of weapons and armor and picks and that kind of stuff. So that's what I got kind of at the top of my fort. And then everything you saw so far, that's just dwarves guiding stuff around. So there's multiple mine carts on all these routes. Dwarves push it around because as the dwarves are pushing it, they won't run into each other. I also have a pickup from here, so this is where all the armor gets made way down at the magma sea, and power mine carts come and drop it off right here. And so this will get loaded up, and then dwarves will take it and drop it off at the weapons and armor down a couple levels down that we saw. Now, from here, you can see there's a minecart sitting right here, and from this input that has all the metallic ores, the bitmus coals, the lignites, the charcoals, they'll load it up here, and then they'll kick it. And as they kick it, it'll turn on this, because it's a turn and not like a T-intersection, an unguided minecart will turn with that and then head downstairs. And it goes down multiple levels here. Until I get to all the way down. Oop. All right, this is kind of my cavern level. So it comes down here, and it's got a lot of speed. So it hits multiple tracks and finally comes to a stop, I believe, right here. Now from here, you can see it just stopped right there. So they're going to come, and I don't know if this is the return or if this might be the one that needs to come back over here. So they're eventually going to take this minecart, and if it's the one that is dropping off, they're going to put it right here, and it's going to drop off in a pile here. This is the pile of stuff that actually goes here. This is a pile of stuff that needs to keep on going farther down. But I think this is an empty minecart, so they'll just kind of pull it around and put it right here, and this is stuff that's going back upstairs. So it was either the minecart that's coming down or going up. But either way, okay, so it's the minecart that goes back up. So that minecart dropped off something up top, and they kicked it back down, and then somebody came and put it back here. So it's going to sit here now and get loaded up with stuff. Once it gets loaded up, they'll kick it, and it'll take these rollers and go back up. When you're doing rollers like this in just a straight line, well, one, you always want to toss a roller. When it hits a roller, it increases its speed to 50,000. And when it's on a ramp, it'll leave with a 50,000 speed as if it's leaving that ramp tile. And what that means is it'll give it enough speed to go across an empty ramp with nothing on it, and then make it up to another ramp with another roller. So you could basically skip a level, every other level. You could have, no roller, roller, no roller, roller. And that'll get it all the way up to the top going that way. So that's a way to just do a straight shot with, ramp every level. You just need a roller every level to go. And this power, you can see here, I've got a lot of power being generated, 3,000. I've got almost 2,500 power that's required. I can show you a quick look at what that power generation looks like. I believe that's F3. Yeah. So I've got a lot of water mills just generating the 3,000 power I need to run everything. Anyway, so from here, I get here, and you get a drop off, and then I have another cart that sits here and loads up all of this kind of stuff because it's going to continue on down. So I built this level as kind of a demonstration that could show you that you could have intermediate points on where stuff is going. So the minecart from up above comes down here, the dwarves drop off stuff onto here, then they load up another minecart. You can see just set it there, so he's going to start loading up more stuff in this minecart. When they're done, they kick it down, it follows this bend, it stops right here, and then another dwarf will come and kick it down this. Now this, you can see here we're at elevation -5 right here, and up at the top we're elevation 38, so we dropped, what was that, 43 levels to get to the middle. Well, it's going to drop another, I think, 114 levels to get all the way to the bottom. No, -115. So 110 levels. So it's about a little over twice as far. And with this one, I couldn't do a straight shot because I didn't want to do 110 in a straight line. So it's got a lot of twists and turns. So as it goes down, it kind of flops. I do these sections that flop back and forth like this. And you can see here on this way, because it's a lot more track you have to go across, that you can see there's a roller every level on the upward. So there's a roller going on the up, there's a roller going on the up, there's a roller going on the up. And you can see that there's also there's track stops sporadically put through. Okay. Oh, I got the capital. Okay, cool. I got the capital. So that's something we're gonna have to deal with. All right. So I could show you that. Let me go down a little bit farther to this section. Okay. So I found out that as I was making it this level, you can see here that there's 2 stops. These track stops are built as, if we go to track stop, they aren't the highest friction. They're 1 down. And I make sure that there's no dumping because I want to drop stuff as we're going. And so I did 2 of those that are 1 down. And then I noticed that if I do 2 in a row like this, and then 3 levels down, oops, I went too far. 3 levels down, so we're at -35, and the last one was -32, I believe. Yeah, -32, down to -35, and I put another couple, and then down to -38, and I got another couple, down to -41, got another couple. That's the perfect amount for it with this shape to just continually spiral down and never leave the track, and also never stop. So it keeps enough speed to keep going, and won't come flying off the track. And then you can see I continue to have the rollers, and I also have these staircases so dwarves can walk there. I made it so that eventually what I could do, so this comes all the way down to the bottom, and it'll drop off right here, and we can see there's a bunch of metal ores here, and now we're smelting in the area. We're also working on making, I believe, pig iron and steel bars. I don't know how many we actually have. Probably not that many. Let's see the stocks. Bars. Got lots of iron, gold, silver, steel. So we've gotten steel and pig iron. So we've got the steel production going. We've probably got lots of coke. So there's some lignite and bitmist that are making its way down here that we're doing as well. I should go ahead and I'll do that some other time. And then we also got some smiths. We got a kiln in case we have to do any of that. But I've set this up so that I can actually create, if I want to, I can put this all into a burrow here. I've got a food stockpile. They also send food down, so I've got some food barrels. You can see that This barrel's got, you know, a whole bunch of duck egg roasts down here, so they don't have to go far. I've got a dining room. I've got a bunch of bedrooms that they could claim, so I could turn this whole area into a burrow. I just need to get some drinks down here too, and then dwarves could just burrow in here and constantly work. And I've got powered minecarts set up so that they never have to, nobody ever has to carry metal ores down here. They don't have to carry the armor back up. You can see here's an armor stockpile, and here's a minecart that's being loaded up with armor, and it kicks it on up, and then gets to the middle level, they move it over, they kick it up to the top level, and it makes it back. So it saves your dwarves a lot of time and energy, because the minecarts just travel on their own with the power. If you want to see more about how these were all built, I recommend watching Minecarts 3A through 3D, and that'll show you how I built all of this. I go through that. This was just a little explanation to show what the final product is and how it can be useful. So hopefully that helps everybody out, knowing what minecarts can be used for besides just roller coasters and traps. Have a good night, everybody.